All right, ready or not, we're diving headfirst into the world of tumbling machine operators.
We're talking interview prep, folks, getting you ready to wow those hiring manager.
And we've got a secret weapon up our sleeve, RoleCatcher's AI. It's like having a career coach in your pocket, giving you personalized feedback on your answers. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first. Expert, what does a tumbling machine operator actually do? It's got to be more than just pushing buttons, right?
Oh, absolutely. Think manufacturing plant, the hum of machinery. You're surrounded by metal, and your job is to transform those rough pieces into smooth, polished perfection. You're the one running the show, making sure everything runs like a well-oiled, or should I say tumbled, machine.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What does a typical day look like for a tumbling machine operator?
So you walk in, you've got your safety gear on, of course. You're setting up those tumbling machines, choosing the right abrasive media, that's the grit that does the polishing. And then you load those work pieces. You're monitoring the process, making adjustments to ensure everything's running smoothly. Precision is key. And safety, non-negotiable. We're talking heavy machinery, so you've got to be on top of your game.
Got it. Precision and safety. So let's say I'm in the interview, and the hiring manager asks, what motivated you to pursue a career as a tumbling machine operator? What's the best way to approach that one?
You don't want to give them the generic, oh, it seemed like a good job spiel. This is your chance to shine. Let that passion shine through. Talk about what excites you about working with metal, the transformation process.
So I could say something like, I've always been fascinated by the idea of taking raw materials and turning them into something refined and useful.
Now you're talking. Show them that genuine interest. And this is where RoleCatcher comes in. Their AI can actually analyze job descriptions and help you tailor your answers to each specific role.
That's amazing. It's like having a personal PR team for your career. Okay, next question. What are the most important qualities for a tumbling machine operator to possess?
All right, this is where you hit them with those core skills. Attention to detail, precision, understanding the machinery, and of course that unwavering commitment to safety.
But I shouldn't just rattle them off like a grocery list, right?
Right. Give them examples. Talk about a time you caught a tiny imperfection that others missed, or how your meticulousness ensured a project was top-notch. Show, don't tell.
Gotcha. All right, hit me with another one. I'm ready for a challenge.
How about this? How do you ensure you maintain a high level of accuracy and precision when operating a tumbling machine? They want to see that dedication to quality.
This feels like a good time to break out those real-life examples again. Talk about specific quality control procedures I've used in the past.
Absolutely. Did you double-check settings, inspect those work pieces at different stages? Maybe you were a pro with that micrometer, ensuring everything was perfectly calibrated?
And again, this is where RoleCatcher could be a lifesaver, right? Like if I'm drawing a blank on examples, their AI can give me suggestions tailored to tumbling machine operator roles.
Precisely. It's like having a brainstorming buddy who knows exactly what hiring managers are looking for.
Okay, give me another one. I'm on a roll here.
All right, let's see how you handle this one. How do you troubleshoot issues with tumbling machines when they arise? Because, let's face it, things don't always go according to plan, right?
So they're not just looking for someone who panics when a warning light blinks. They want to see problem-solving skills in action.
Exactly. Imagine you're in the middle of a production run and suddenly you hear a strange noise. What's your next move?
Okay, no panicking. First, I'd identify the problem, weird noise, unexpected result, whatever it is. Then try to isolate the issue.
There you go. Walk them through that thought process. Did you check the settings? Maybe consult the manual? Maybe you zeroed in on a specific component that's acting up?
And I could use RoleCatcher to practice my answer right. Get that AI feedback, make sure I'm highlighting the right problem-solving skills.
You're catching on quick. It's all about showcasing those skills that set you apart.
All right, what else do those hiring managers want to know? Lay it on me.
Let's talk productivity. How do you ensure you are meeting production goals and timelines? They want to know you can handle the workload.
So it's about working smart, not just hard.
Exactly. This is your time to shine a light on those organizational skills. Are you a to-do list master, a calendar guru? Maybe you live and breathe by project management apps. Whatever your method, show them you've got a system that works.
So instead of saying, I meet my deadlines, I could describe a time I juggled multiple projects or had to adapt to a last-minute change in the production schedule.
Now you're talking. Give them a real-life scenario that proves you can handle the pressure.
And yet again, RoleCatcher could help me refine that answer, making sure it resonates with what tumbling machine operator positions require. It's like having a secret weapon for interview success.
Exactly. Okay, you ready for a big one? Safety.
Bring it on. Safety first, always.
What measures do you take to ensure you're working safely and following all relevant safety protocols? They want to know safety is more than just a box to check for you. It's ingrained in everything you do.
Absolutely. Especially when you're dealing with heavy machinery, it's not just about protecting myself, but also my team.
Now that's the attitude. Give them concrete examples of how you've gone above and beyond to ensure a safe working environment.
So instead of just saying, I always wear my safety goggles, I could talk about a time when, I don't know, maybe I noticed a potential hazard and spoke up about it.
Exactly. Maybe you saw a colleague not wearing their gloves correctly, or a machine wasn't properly locked out. Speaking up could prevent a serious accident.
Right, because safety is a team effort. And I could even use RoleCatcher to practice those answers, right?
Yeah.
Make sure I'm nailing those safety-focused responses.
Absolutely. Okay, ready for another question? This one's all about multitasking.
Bring it on. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
How do you prioritize tasks when working on multiple projects simultaneously? You know, tumbling machine operators often have to juggle different orders, deadlines, maybe even different types of materials.
Oh, for sure. I mean, everyone has their own system for staying organized, but how do you tailor that to this specific role?
You got it. They want to
Yeah.
see how you handled the pressure of a busy production environment.
So instead of just saying, I make a list, I could talk about a time I had to prioritize production runs based on deadlines or maybe the urgency of a specific order.
Exactly. Did you ever have to change gears quickly because a rush order came in? Or maybe deal with a machine issue while still keeping track of all those other tasks?
Oh, I bet that gets pretty hectic. I'm starting to see how important it is to connect my experiences to those key skills they're looking for in Tumbling Machine Operator.
You got it. Speaking of those key skills, how about we tackle question number 8?
All right, hit me. 8 questions down, feeling good.
This one's about staying ahead of the game. How do you stay up to date with new technologies and advancements in tumbling machinery? It's a fast-evolving field. They want to know you're eager to learn and grow.
Oh, I like this one. I can talk about how much I love learning new things, always curious about the latest and greatest.
Exactly. Show them you're invested in your craft.
So, could I mention specific industry magazines I read?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe online forums where professionals share tips and tricks?
Absolutely. Have you taken any online courses or workshops related to tumbling, maybe new finishing techniques? Maybe you've even sought out a mentor in the field, someone you can learn from, bounce ideas off of.
Ooh, I could even talk about how I've been researching, like, advanced abrasive blasting techniques. That sounds pretty high-tech.
Now you're thinking like a pro. Highlight those efforts. Show them you're proactive. Okay, ready for our last question?
Bring it on. I'm feeling unstoppable.
All right, let's test that confidence. Can you describe a time when you had to think creatively to solve a problem with a tumbling machine? They're looking for that problem solver mindset.
Well, I love a good challenge. I mean, sometimes those unexpected problems lead to the most innovative solutions, right?
That's the spirit. Think about a time you faced a really unique problem on the job. Maybe a part malfunctioned or a specific finish just wasn't coming out right. How did you approach the situation?
Well, first I'd take a deep breath, right? No panicking. Then I'd assess the situation, trying to figure out the root of the problem. And then it's all about brainstorming.
Love it. And remember, highlight how that creative solution led to a positive outcome. Maybe you improved efficiency, reduced waste, or even discovered a brand new technique.
It's amazing how much problem solving and creative thinking goes into this role. It's not just about operating a machine. It's about really understanding the process inside and out.
You got it. And that's what makes this career path so rewarding. You're not just working on a production line. You're using your skills to create something tangible, something valuable.
Speaking of valuable, we've covered a ton of ground here today. I feel much more prepared to tackle those Tumbling Machine Operator interview questions.
You're well on your way to acing that interview. And remember, it's not just about memorizing answers. It's about showcasing your passion, your experience, your dedication to the craft.
Absolutely. And thanks to your guidance, I feel ready to do just that. But before we dive into the next part, let's take a quick break. Stay with us, folks, because we'll be back to explore the potential career paths of a tumbling machine operator, and you won't want to miss those insights.
And welcome back. We're diving right back into the world of tumbling machine operators, focusing on where this career path can take you.
Because let's be real, nobody wants to feel stuck in a dead-end job.
Yeah.
What kind of growth potential are we talking about here?
More than you might think. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real potential. You might start as an entry-level tumbling machine operator. You're learning the ropes, getting comfortable with those fundamental tasks.
Right, setting up the machines, loading those work pieces, making sure everything is running smoothly. So what happens next? You want to stick around, prove your skills, you move up, right? What's that next rung on the ladder look like?
Junior tumbling machine operator. Now we're talking about more complex machines, fine-tuning those settings to get those really precise finishes. You'll probably be doing more troubleshooting, too, when those little hiccups pop up.
So you're not just following instructions anymore. You're
Mhm.
starting to think critically, solve problems. I like it. And I imagine there's even more responsibility at the next level.
Right. You're right on track. Senior tumbling machine operator. Now you're the go-to expert. You're overseeing multiple machines, training and mentoring those junior operators.
So you've gone from learning the ropes to showing others how it's done. That's amazing. What else can a senior tumbling machine operator expect?
Well, you're also the one who's thinking about improving the process. How can we make things more efficient? How can we boost productivity for the whole team? Those are the questions a senior operator is thinking about.
Wow. So it's a real leadership role. It's incredible how much room for growth there is in this field. What about branching out? Are there opportunities beyond the tumbling machine itself?
Absolutely. You can move into a supervisory role, managing a whole team of operators, or maybe you become a specialist in a certain type of tumbling or finishing process.
Wow. So many possibilities. It's like you said earlier, it's not just a job, it's a whole career path.
Yeah.
And speaking of career paths, how can RoleCatcher support someone on this journey? We've talked about their interview prep, but what else do they offer?
RoleCatcher can be your career sidekick. They have these amazing career mapping tools. You can explore different paths, see what skills you need, even get insights into salary expectations. It's like having a personalized career counselor right at your fingertips.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. So RoleCatcher is there for you every step of the way, from acing that first interview to planning out those long-term career goals. And speaking of important things to remember, let's circle back to safety one last time. It's not just a suggestion in this line of work, it's crucial, right?
Absolutely. Safety should be at the forefront of every tumbling machine operator's mind. It's about protecting yourself and those around you. It's about being vigilant, knowing the protocols, and never cutting corners.
It's about creating that culture of safety where everyone feels empowered to speak up if something isn't right. It makes a huge difference.
It really does. And when you prioritize safety, you're showing that you're responsible, reliable, and that you care about creating a positive work environment.
Well said. And on that note of safety and success, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. We've covered a ton of ground today, from what a tumbling machine operator actually does to those tricky interview questions and, of course, those exciting career paths. Remember, if you're feeling inspired and ready to jump into the world of metal finishing, RoleCatcher is an incredible resource. Check them out. They can help you craft that perfect resume, practice those interview answers, and even map out your dream career.
It's all about empowering you to take control of your future.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time, ready to tackle another exciting career path. Until then, keep those gears turning.